After defeating Real Madrid 5-2, Barcelona led the next game going up against Betis and defeating them 5-1. Barcelona are officially going to the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. Barcelona is on fire. All the players fully trust one another, and this game did show that Barcelona is probably one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team in the world. We're smashing teams left and right. Lamine Yamal looks unstoppable. Raphinha looks like he cannot stop scoring. We even scored this amount of goals without Lewandowski. And most importantly, of course, we have Pedri, Gavi, Dani, Olmo, all who do control the midfield. This is like the most perfect team. And we now do have Ronald Araujo with his full trust. Araujo wants to stay at FC Barcelona, and he yet again had another great performance against Real Betis. So it is a great time to be a Barcelona fan right now. What we're going to be doing in this video is speak about exactly what went on in this match minute by minute. So if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are FC Barcelona fans, this will be the channel for you. This is where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona, from match reviews, match previews, player analysis, tactical analysis, and everything in between. Once again, this will be the channel for you guys. So if you guys do end up liking this video, please click the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So starting with the third minute, and just out of nowhere, Barcelona already made it 1-0 with Gavi scoring the goal, leading Barcelona's attack. Dani Olmo had an amazing play. We saw Pedri make a wonderful dribble, dictating the game, and Gavi was just the cherry on top in this goal. And Gavi also did not even celebrate after the 1-0 because his previous club was Real Betis. It was his childhood team where he did play for them back in 2013, 14, and 15. And so for Gavi, it is 2 goals in the last 3 matches. Gavi really is on form and is our definitive either number 10 or number 8. This guy can play and score in any of those 2 positions. And to give you guys like a better idea on just how dominant Barcelona were in the first 20 minutes, these are going to be the stats that did reflect after 20 minutes in the game. 75% of the possession, 0.86 expected goal rate, total shots 4, 2 shots on target, and accurate passes 149 with a 91% completion rate. Barcelona were dominating Real Betis, and they did not allow them to breathe whatsoever. We followed that up on the 26th minute with Pedri making a through pass through the whole defense. As you can see here on the picture, it was a 4-4 formation at the back for Betis, but Pedri made an amazing pass through all those players. Jules Koundé was about to get the ball from Pedri, but puts the ball through his legs and it went straight for Lamine Yamal on the right flank. Once Lamine Yamal got the one touch on the ball, it was a pass, and it followed Jules Koundé's run down the right flank. Jules Koundé eventually got the ball, was on a 1v1 versus the goalkeeper, and he rockets the ball into the bottom right corner. The fluidity, the chemistry, the understanding between all these players was amazing, and in this goal, it did show that these players are on par with one another. They all really do understand each other, and Real Betis had so much trouble trying to defend Barcelona's attack. It was the vision of Pedri, the technicality of Lamine Yamal, the timed run of Jules Koundé, who almost looks like Cafu these days. It is what led towards Barcelona getting the 2-0 lead very early in the game. We also saw a moment where Gerard Martin could have made it 3-0, but unfortunately he did miss. We were in a position of dominance. We were perfecting every play, and this is what I mean, right? I wanted Barcelona to strive for perfection, to continue to go for the most perfect route possible. Even though that does not exist, when you aim for that, you do end up playing amazing, and the fans were just so amazed with what they were seeing on the pitch. For a second there, it really did seem like Jules Koundé, Lamine Yamal was the modern day version of Messi and Dani Alves from back in 2011, because the chemistry between the 2 players, it is 100%. And I'm like, the only thing that could go wrong from this point, even though it was only like 25-26 minutes played, was for them to lower their intensity. But no, Barcelona wanted more. They wanted to score way more goals than to just have a 2-0 lead before the 27th minute. And so we did see moments of brilliance, right? On the 38th minute, we saw Lamine Yamal make a snake pass between one of the defenders' legs, and the ball went straight to Jules Koundé. Barcelona almost scored, but in the end, right, it was very entertaining. It's kind of crazy, right, for us to kind of speak like this in this way, to say that, oh, this was Barcelona's best performance of the season. We say this every 7 to 8 days or every 3 to 4 days because Barcelona just continued to get better and better. Then came the 46th minute where Real Betis were very close on scoring and making it 2-1. But Vitor Roque, right, once he did that header against the goalkeeper, Peña blocked the shot, and it was amazing. And I knew that Barcelona needed to react, and Barcelona knew that, right? Barcelona knew that they had to do something because there was no way they were going to play this well and make it 2-1 potentially. And so Barcelona were really striving for the 3-0 after what they could have been, right, in a 2-1 situation. And so they were suffocating Betis immediately right after. And it came a moment where Lamine Yamal received the ball. He made a pass to Jules Koundé, who was making a run, and Koundé yet again scores in a very similar fashion and rockets the ball inside the net. Now, Now, it was 3-0 at that moment, but unfortunately, it was ruled out. It was a great goal. It was just bad luck. But here's the thing, right? This is where I really do question VAR, right? Because of how strict they are. I'm really kind of like confused when I see situations like this, because when you look at the goal line technology that they have presented and they give you the reason why Jules Koundé was offside, does it really look offside to you here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then if you look at the next picture here, which shows the front view of Jules Koundé's third goal in the first half, I don't know, like, could this be auto-generated? Because if you're going to be showing me two different pictures between like this one right here on the side and then this one on the front, on the first one from the side view, it looks like he's not even offside, like his toe is not over the line. But then if you look at this picture here where it's from the front, his toe is offside. So it's like it's two different images, and like I don't understand. Now, don't get me wrong, right? When it is offside, it is offside. There is no debate, even if it's like by the smallest pinpoint margin. But when you are showing two different images, that is where I do draw the line, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Is the VAR line? Are they generating images? This was a very similar situation to the one of Lewandowski, where Lewandowski scored a goal against Real Sociedad, and then just out of nowhere, right, we saw like a picture from the side. Lewandowski was not offside whatsoever. But then when we saw another picture from the front, we came to a conclusion where we saw that the images were manipulated. Even the VAR had to apologize for the incorrect image. So right now it does seem like they're using the VAR to manipulate decisions and to create controversy. So it was a very confusing moment. I know that it sounds crazy for me to even talk about this when we have just won 5-1, but it could have been 6-1. It could have been 7-1. In the end, the first 45 minutes was amazing. Barcelona have three generational talents. It's not just Lamine Yamal. It is Cubarsí and Pedri as well. And they share the same understanding of the game. And when you add Gavi and Dani Olmo in the midfield, it just creates a style of football that does resemble what we have seen in the first half. It is pure dominance, pure football. And they really are just a great team. If you look at the attacking momentum here, in the first 45 minutes, Real Betis had nothing. They had zero. And Barcelona's attacking momentum was just skyrocketing through the first half. Moving on towards the second half, the only thing I wanted Barcelona to do was to maintain their intensity and maintain their level. There was no reason for us to get comfortable and just say, okay, we're just gonna, relax here. We're gonna win eventually because Betis is not doing nothing. No, we have to go into the second half and show the same level. And so we did. On the 56th minute, we saw a moment where Lamine Yamal did score, but the reason why this was deemed offside was because there was a play that happened 21 seconds before the actual goal where we saw Lamine Yamal receive the ball and he was offside there. So I'm like, bro, like, how many more offsides are we going to be seeing? Lamine Yamal was desperately trying to find his first goal. And so 3 minutes later, on the 59th minute, Raphinha makes it 3-0. But if it wasn't for Lamine Yamal's run through the whole defense, this goal would have never happened. You can just tell that Yamal was really looking for the 3-0 and having the goal scored by himself because they took so many goals away from Yamal. And so we saw him run through so many defenders. We're like, oh my God, is this guy going to repeat what Messi did against Atletico Madrid back in 2012? But then he tried to go for the shot. It was blocked and it went straight to Raphinha, and Raphinha was the one that made it 3-0. Every time we talk about Lamine Yamal right now, it feels intimidating for not just us, but for the rest of the football world. Because for some reason, this guy never gets injured. He always plays with great, incredible enthusiasm, has a lot of motivation. And so the level that he's at right now, it is outstanding. Who else does this at the age of 17 years old to play in this way? You guys called me crazy when I said that Lamine Yamal was better than Salah back when Salah was doing really good with Liverpool. He still is, but it's just different games, bro. Like, Yamal is a different level compared to Salah. Lamine Yamal is literally the best right winger, if not the best winger in the world. So on the 63rd minute, we did see some substitutions. Raphinha and Gavi came out for Ferran Torres and Eric Garcia. Raphinha came out with a goal, with now 23 goals and 9 assists this season. And he's not even a striker. This guy really is aiming for the Ballon d'Oro. I'm not lying to you guys. This guy is probably going to be in one of the contenders for the 2025 Ballon d'Oro list. So we go into the 67th minute. 4 minutes later, the one player that made it 4-0 was Ferran Torres after he just came in. It was an amazing pass coming from Dani Olmo. Ferran Torres just skyrockets that ball into the net. A very similar goal to the one of Jules Koundé. And so we were winning. There was positive vibes. If you see Ferran Torres also scoring, you just know that you're demolishing the opposition. And Barcelona was just not winning big anymore by this point. They were also stopping a team, right, Real Betis, that were about to get their 4th consecutive victory in the Copa del Rey because they were demolishing every team in this tournament until they met FC Barcelona. It is just overwhelming on what Barcelona have been able to do. On the 71st minute, Pau Victor and Fermin Lopez came on for Pedri and Gavi, and the stadium applaud, right? They were applauding Gavi and Pedri for a dominant, high-controlling game. Lamine Yamal makes it 5-0, and he got his goal coming from a through pass from Fermin Lopez. The ref was about to rule this offside again, and we're like, bro, like, how many times are going to be ruling these goals offside? Like, do you guys hate us that much? Like, do you guys love Madrid so much that you guys just don't want to see Barcelona win in a perfect way? But in the end, after a few corrections, Lamine Yamal's 5-0 stood, and it was corrected and allowed. Lamine Yamal by that point did score 8 goals and 13 assists for this season. And honestly, like, if you just say, okay, Yamal has 8 goals and 13 assists this season, those type of numbers does not even do justice on how good Lamine Yamal has been this season. You have to look at how he does play, very similar to what we have said to Messi between 2010 all the way until 2020. You have to look behind the numbers on what makes this kid so special. If you do have low IQ like the Real Madrid fans, then forget it. You're not going to see what you're supposed to be seeing with Lamine Yamal. Same thing does go for Pedri. I think that we can all come to an agreement that Lamine Yamal is the best winger on the planet, and players like Salah or Vinicius or Mbappe cannot even come nowhere near close. Eventually, on the 77th minute, right after the goal, Pablo Torre came on, Lamine Yamal came off, standing ovation from the whole stadium, and it was the perfect night. Barcelona got the win. We're going to the next round, and now our next match is going to be against Getafe away from home on Saturday. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.